Hi, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 1st to the 15th, 2023 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps this channel grow, and it really helps me out tremendously. So thank you so much for doing so. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of here, Virgo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels. We have here the High Priest. This is the Hierophant reversed. So this can be having a bit of a problem with a Taurus energy, okay? But this is also a sense of really not wanting to follow any rules, like not wanting to be boxed in, not wanting to be told what to do at all, very much rebelling against this. It's almost like being a teenager and saying, like, I'm not going to do what you tell me to do type of energy that's coming forward. It gives me shivers because there's an anger to this that either we're dealing with somebody who just doesn't want to be told what to do, will not listen at all. It can be an angry teenager, or we're dealing with our own selves being like, this is nonsense. And that is telling me that we're going to be doing an overhaul of our lives in a very intense way. So just be mindful about this because we can become too reactionary when this energy is this intense, okay? Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Here we have balance reversed. We're not in balance, and that makes sense from the energy that's coming forward. And there's an intensity to us during this time. There's a need for balance. There's a need for meditation, relaxation, being out in nature, calming ourselves down, looking at what we love, looking at what we want, and finding the quiet, beautiful moments. That can be a challenge during this time. But, Virgo, we don't really shy away from a good challenge. So, yeah, balance is going to be super important. Now let's look at what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay. What's really interesting, okay, is that we have the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is telling us to change our mind and change our lives. So we're looking at things and we're going to have this way of looking at it where it's like, it's falling apart, it's not right, this is wrong, that is wrong. But there are two cups standing beside us. There are two cups that are upright, that aren't broken. And that's going to be where our focus needs to be. There's healing, beautiful love coming forward. It can be with a fire sign energy in Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius. But it's also with us embracing our own creativity. And that can be what's really been lacking. We've tried to fit ourselves into, round peg, round hole type of thing. Like we've tried to fit ourselves into this certain way of being, this certain way of doing things. And it's just not working for us, especially right now. Now, it doesn't mean it won't work for us later on, but there's a need with the Ace of Wands and then the Queen of Wands for us to embrace our own creativity. Now, the Queen's coming forward. Okay, because we have the Queen of Wands here and we have the Queen of Pentacles. This means a need to connect with our sacred feminine energy. It does not mean that we have to be female. If you are a guy and you are watching, that's awesome and that's great. I'm so glad that you're here. But this energy here means that we have to connect with our sacred feminine energy. And that can be trickier for guys than it can be for girls, women, or it can be easier. It depends on your personality. It depends on the journey that you're on. Okay. So here with Temperance reversed, it's again being out of balance. Temperance is also, it's also Sagittarius energy. So we can be having a difficulty with a Sagittarius energy. All right. But something is out of balance. This has to do with truth. Okay. Justice has to do with justice. But when it comes to things being just and fair, Temperance has its place in that arena. It has to do with truth. And we can be seeing things as not telling the truth. Not moving things forward the right way. Something getting muddled in translation or in the retelling of the story type of thing. There's something here where things are out of balance and we very much feel out of balance and out of harmony. It moves us to the Ace of Wands. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift of passion, a gift of creation. It's like a magic wand coming in. And there's a sense here of seeing something, of something being put into order. There's something that you do. There's something done with the hands, okay? It can be writing. It can be, spinning like yarn. It can be some sort of craft work, like handiwork like that. There's something here where it's like once you have this in your hand, it almost feels like things become centered. All right. So with the Ace of Wands, there's something here where it's like once you calm yourself and pick up the pencil and start to draw or pick up the needle or pick up the pen or start typing on the computer, things are going to start to calm themselves. You need that physical outlet in order for things to start to fall into alignment. And that's going to be very important for you. It moves us to the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands absolutely takes this gift of creativity, of passion, of insight, and there's a real sense of magic to it. There's a real sense of I'm opening up the doors to where I want to be. There's a sense of creativity and really letting that creativity shine forward. I don't have to fit into the box with everybody else. Standing in our own power. But with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, we're represented by the Pentacles in the Minor Arcana, Virgo. There is a sense of I'm not in harmony with myself all the time. We can have a hard time because the Queen of Pentacles is seen as somebody who is illustrious, who is seen as somebody who is wealthy and prosperous and bountiful. We're not seeing ourselves like this. Others might see us like this, most definitely, but we're not. And that can be very overwhelming for us. We want to move forward in a certain way. We have a certain passion. We have a certain beauty that's moving us forward. And we feel like we're not fully achieving it. But we're being very harsh critics on ourselves. So just be mindful about this. That there's something here where I want to nurture this prosperity, this wealth. Like I want to hand it down either to, children or to, the world in general. But there's something here that makes it feel like I'm never going to be able to do this. You're talking way too much in absolutes during this time. And you're putting a lot on a very short period of time. Jump in and get your feet wet. If you need to make a decision and you're feeling out of balance, but it's something that you really, really desire, but you think maybe I'm not ready, just see if you can do it. Like just jump in and see if you could do it. Okay? There's something here holding you back, Virgo. And for all intents and purposes, like you need to shine creatively during this time. You need to give yourself permission to shine. Okay, let's dive deeper. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. So it's really great here. Okay, yeah, I knew that card was going to come up. Okay, what's really great here is with the eight of Pentacles, the Five of Cups. You're changing your emotional outlook around work, around what you're creating, around what you're cultivating. The Eight of Pentacles is being a hard worker, is being very dedicated. With the Page of Pentacles here, you feel more comfortable during this time being a student. People will look at you and want you to be the leader, the queen. You're going to see yourself much more as the student, as the person who's learning. If people are coming to you for advice, or, there's a sense of like you have to lead people during this time or be the head of something, come to it like a student. Come to it as if, okay, I'm going to teach this thing, or I'm going to present the knowledge this way, but I'm also going to learn from these interactions. I'm going to see where this takes me. The Seven of Wands, you're really done with fighting. As the gift of creativity and passion and insight, as the darkness becomes illuminated, the Seven of Wands, which is like the Seven of Swords, which is a lie and feeling like I have to fight, that's starting to fall away. You're seeing the truth of things more and more and more. And you're not as ready to fight as you once were. With the Three of Swords, heartbreaks, pains, and disappointments, they're moving. And that's going to be a very important thing. There are 3 great traumas in your life, okay? And I just heard, and I forget what Native American culture this person was from, but they had this absolutely horrible time. And they fought in World War II and were captured. And it was terrible. They had their feet nailed to the floor. And when they came back to their reservation, they came back home after being treated, they said you could tell your story 3 times. And afterwards, that story, if you tell it more than 3 times, like that story takes you over. And he had to pull back his soul. And they were like, you're going to go into the river, right? And we'll tie a rope around you, and either you get back your soul, you get back yourself, or you're just shattered by it. And he got back himself. And there's a sense here of, I'm getting back myself. It's not anything as horrific as what that man went through. But there's a sense of, look at the 3 hurts. Tell the story 3 times to somebody who can listen, or even just to yourself and listen to you and see where that hurt has gotten you. And now it's time to let it go because it's eating you. And I think that's very true with pain. That's very true with trauma. If we keep on telling the same stories, they take on a life within us and they eat us. So here, there's that release. There's a release of a trauma that has been eating us. And it doesn't mean that the trauma was okay. It doesn't mean that it makes everything better. But we have the Five of Pentacles here with the Queen of Pentacles. The one thing that the Queen of Pentacles is not is impoverished. Okay? The one thing that the Queen of Pentacles is not is somebody who's locked out. And with the Five of Pentacles, that's how we feel. We feel impoverished, locked out. We need to release our pain. And we need to realize that I am not on the outside of wealth looking in. Now, the wealth that I have maybe been chasing might not be right for me. So some people, want to live in the middle of a big city and, have all that, and material things are what they chase. And some people want to live out in the middle of the country, and chase that life. You need to find what's right for you. Both can chase material things and success in another person's eyes. Chase success in your own eyes. See where that gets you. See what you want, see what you need, see what's overwhelming you. With the Five of Pentacles, there's a fear of poverty, so you might have built walls of stuff around you. Watch out for the Five of Pentacles. It robs us of our joy in the most unbelievable ways. But it's time to take back our wealth, because you are meant to be seen as a richly clad person, as the queen, the person who nurtures and brings forward. Okay? Our subconscious message to be mindful of is the King of Cups. There's somebody in our world, in our existence, this could be a water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, who is manipulative emotionally. And this can even be us being manipulated or being manipulative emotionally. So just be mindful of this. Be mindful of, there's a short fuse, and this person tends to yell, but it's like a bark, like it's like a resonance to it. So just be aware of this. Our subconscious message from spirit is goddess. We need to connect with our sacred feminine energy. It doesn't matter how we identify. It doesn't matter who we are. We need to connect with this energy. And it is bringing ourselves back into balance. Our subconscious message from the tarot is the Nine of Swords. We're overthinking, we're overanalyzing, we're worrying, we're obsessing. We have to stop. We're robbing ourselves of sleep. We could be aimlessly scrolling on our phones and thinking, oh, I'm just enjoying myself. But you know what? We would more enjoy ourselves, or we would have more enjoyment if we took care of ourselves. If we let our bodies heal, let our bodies rest, and took care of ourselves in that very powerful way. All right. But just know we have a tendency to worry. I mean, I'm the queen of worrying, so I understand completely. And that's one of the things that I am trying to do so powerfully in my own life, is stopping the worry. And here, to stop the worry, it gives a level of freedom. It gives a level of beauty to your life. There's so much in our world that is completely out of our control. But our energy vibration, our sense of being present in our own existence, and seeing it as a gift, that we can have a handle on. Or try to, at least. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Virgo. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. God bless. Bye.